Got my Gateway laptop here that the Windows 10 update, it already had Windows 10 on it, but it ran an update and it crashed the computer. I just started making a loud buzzing sound out the speaker, and then we forced it to shut off so it wouldn't burn up the speaker. It also had there's one other time it did it and it kind of had a smoky smell. And now it doesn't seem to want to restore Windows back to its original configuration. And I'll show you what it's doing here. So here's the message I'm getting after it tries to boot, which is not a good thing. And it's also bringing up another message I'll show you. Alright, so we end up on this screen, and I'm going to go to the advanced repair options, because hitting the restart my PC just does the same routine as before and then end up back on this screen. So if I go to advanced, and then if I hit continue, I'll just exit, and then it'll go back into the same routine and then put me back to that screen again. So go to troubleshoot. Alright, so with the reset this PC, you have the option to completely erase everything, or to just remove the apps and configurations and then reinstall Windows, but keep all your files. I'll show you what that one does. So, yeah, here's the option to keep your files but remove your apps and settings. And this one just removes everything. But I'll also show you what other options it brings up. So the advanced options, if you had a system restore point, then you're smarter than me. I didn't set one up. So you log in here. And I have no restore points. I didn't set any up. I thought it automatically made some every time you boot it up, but it didn't. So cancel. We'll go back to troubleshooting, advanced, and you also have a system image recovery point, or a system image recovery, which would be a backup of everything. I didn't make one. Just click on it and show you what it has. It makes you log in again. But it didn't make me log in again this time. So Windows cannot find a system image because I didn't make you one. So cancel. Okay. Blah blah blah. See what other options we got. Startup set. Change Windows startup behavior. Go back to the previous build. Well, let's try that one. Let's go back to the previous build, see if that fixes our problem. If you're running into problems with your current preview build, go back to the previous build. Might fix them. This won't affect your personal files, but you'll lose any changes you've made to apps and settings since your most recent upgrade. Go back, please. We ran into a problem. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Try resetting your current build instead. Huh? Oh. So what else it told me to do was go in here, go to reset, and then keep my files and reset it. Let's see what other options it has under advanced. Startup repair, fix problems that keep Windows from loading. Hey, let's try that. Let's just try it. Let's see what happens. I doubt it can diagnose jack squat. Usually once you run into these kind of issues, your diagnostics are just pointless. Okay, startup repair. Couldn't repair your PC. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's go to startup settings. Let's try it. Let's see if it'll actually boot up. I doubt it's gonna work. Oh, Windows 10. How you've made my life so much. Ah, you got the option. So you use the F keys here. I just want to go into safe mode. Let's see, F4. And so safe mode should basically disable any main drivers and just make everything generic so that you got your basic video, low resolution, and that's pretty much it. And then it just does the bare minimum to get the operating system to open Windows. See if it actually works. I've had luck with safe mode in the past, but I've never had Windows 10 crash like this before. It was with old operating systems where I've used safe mode to recover files and then wipe the Windows clean, but my PC ran into a problem. Yeah, collect all that error data you want. You ain't going to be able to use it because I'm going to have to refresh the entire computer. Thank you. Alright, that safe mode can't even open. It's pretty well. It's not looking good. So at this point we're going to need to take the hard drive out, back up any files that we have on it, and then restore Windows completely, wiping off that hard drive completely. So I'll show you how to get the hard drive out, show you what to do exactly to be able to access the files, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now it's time to take it apart. First thing you want to do is make sure you disconnect it from the charging cable. Now we need to take the battery out. If this is locked, make sure you switch it to unlock. Then you can pop the battery off. Okay, now we need to let it sit for a little bit before we go tearing into it. I give it maybe 10-15 seconds, not very long. And then we can start taking the screws out to the hard drive. Alright. Just got a couple of Phillips head screws here. They're small. There's our fancy hard drive. Now I think we can just slide it back to unplug it. Yep. And there it is. There's the hard drive. I went and bought a adapter. It's this Unitech USB 3.0 to SATA, and I made sure I got one with a power supply that goes to it, an external power supply. And the reason is I had one that was just the USB cable part, and I don't think it had enough power to boot up this hard drive. I just heard the hard drive clicking. It wouldn't spin up all the way, but when I put it back in the computer it actually would spin up. So I bought this. Let's try it out. The external power supply should give it the power it needs to be able to power this hard drive, and I should be able to just plug this in without taking this. No, I'm gonna have to take this metal cover off here. It's just got 4 Phillips head screws. They're tiny, so try not to lose them in the carpet if you're doing it on the floor like I do. That one just fell. I don't know where it went, but you don't want the vacuum cleaner to find these because they'll ruin your vacuum cleaner. Okay, so just gonna remove that case there. Now I can plug it in. Perfect. Alright, now I'm gonna go test it out on my computer, see if it works, and be able to pull the information off. Alright, so I should be able to back everything up. If you want to get to your desktop, you can go there. It should be under users, and then mine is Peter's, and then there's your desktop, and then that is everything. So good, we didn't lose everything. So I'm going to copy everything over that I have that I need to keep, and I'm going to erase it completely and start over from scratch. So this is how you do it. That's how you find your desktop. If you want to, if you go back to your users, there's your my music, my pictures, my videos, my documents, your favorites. Alright, got everything backed up that I can possibly think of. I put the hard drive in, put everything back together, and put the battery in last. Now I made sure I plugged it back in, and I've got it back to this window after booting it up, and I'm going to go ahead and erase everything and start over, and hopefully it'll let me do that. Go here, and troubleshoot, and reset this PC. And I'm going to remove everything. So you want to pick only the drive where Windows is installed, because if you do all drives, and I'm pretty sure that'll mess up any recovery software that's on the other drives that comes from the manufacturer. You don't want to remove that. So let's just do only the drive where Windows is installed. I guess if you follow the instructions, this one here is just to do a quick remove of the files, but doesn't actually remove it from the hard drive, but this one actually erases it. I don't really want it to be completely erased, so we're just going to just remove my files. Plan on keeping this computer. Okay, so are you ready to go? It's all going to be wiped out, and I'm ready. Let's do this. It appears it's working, so I'll get back with you when it's done. Alright, it worked. So basically starting off with a fresh install of Windows 10 now. Just follow the prompts and do what you're told. Just something to make note of. When it was first booting up, my power light here is blinking, and then down here this light was blinking, and then this one was also blinking, but it was blinking orange-blue color, kind of looked like purple, and then this one was blinking, and it didn't show that it was actually plugged in. So I just unplugged it from the computer and then plugged it back in, and everything cleared up. So in case you run into that during your reinstall, that's what I did to fix it.